What is going on, y'all? It is Fargassier. Hopefully, you're having a great, wonderful day out there in the Wasteland, friends. In today's video, we're going to be going over a full health pepper shaker build. I find this weapon to be so much fun to use out there in the wastelands of Appalachia. Y'all sit back, relax, and we'll talk about everything around the pepper shaker. Now, the plan for the pepper shaker can come from two different locations. It can either be earned from the event Graham's Meat Cook, or it can be found in a player's vendor. Now, maybe you're watching this video after Meat Week and you weren't able to have the RNG luck to get it as an event reward, or you weren't able to find it at a player's vendor for a decent price. I want you to know that the weapon itself, as long as it doesn't have any mods on it, is tradable, so another player can craft you up some pepper shakers and you can roll on them and then earn the mods for yourself. And now, speaking of mods for the pepper shaker, there are 3 locations in Appalachia that you can pick these mods up from, and they are all gold bullion vendors. The first location is the crater with the raiders. Now, you do have to be allies with the raiders for this plan to show up in Mortimer's inventory, but remember, you also have to beat the Wastelander DLC for Mortimer to show up. And the next location is Foundation with the settlers, and you have to be ally with the settlers for the plan for the mods for the pepper shaker to show up in their inventory with Samuel in the back of Foundation. Now, grinding out reputation for the settlers and the raiders will take you some time, but if you need some help with this, make sure to check out this video right here in the description, and we'll put it at the tail end of this video as well. We did a ultimate guide for the settler and the raider reputation with Duchess Flame. The third location is over at Vault 79 with Regs, and once you are done with the Wastelander DLC, you will be able to go trade with Regs for gold bullion. And now, when I make a build, I like to make it something memorable, which could be funny or a earworm to a song. And if you know this earworm that this build is named after, your knees and back surely hurt. But here is what we've got set up right here. Now, we are using some legendary perk cards, but friends, don't worry about that, because in the pinned comment down below, we are going to have a build for you just on a level 50 with no legendary perk cards, but we are using some legendary perk cards. Let me show you what those are. We are currently using Taking One for the team, where enemies take 40% more damage when they attack you if you are on a team. We're using Luck, Agility, Intellect, the Perception, and Strength, but we've got our build here. Now, one great thing is we're going to be carrying around a bunch of aid and everything, so we always max out our traveling pharmacy. But you see the pepper shaker, friends, it's a heavy and a shotgun, so you can level up the shotgunner, each of those perk cards, and the heavy cards up to number 2. That way you're getting an extra 15% damage, and those are all going to work with each other because, again, it is a heavy weapon and it is a shotgun, just like this right here, Skeet Shooter. In Perception, your shotguns have excellent accuracy and spread, and of course, we just wanted to put some points into Glow Sight, just in case we're going up against a glowing enemy. We just want to do a little bit more. 9 points into Endurance, just to have Fireproof to take less damage from explosions and flames attacks. But see, here's the thing. A lot of these we don't really need. We just have the points for them, so it's a bit of a quality of life. But like I said, in the comment section below, there'll be a pin to Nukes and Dragon with a level 50 build on the cards that I suggest. But we also have Life Giver in here and Chem Resistant, just in case we ever want to take some meds, some schmictions or anything like that. In Charisma, we have Inspirational, Strange in Numbers because we are mutated, Suppressor all the way maxed out to reduce your target's damage output by 30% for 2 seconds after you attack, and we attack a lot with the pepper shaker. Tenderizer, make your target receive 10% more damage for 10 seconds after you attack, and someone is sharing Strange in Numbers, but we can't guarantee that someone's going to share that, so we just pick that up for our mutations as long as others are mutated. Then we have batteries included because on our pepper shaker we have the laser magazine, so that turns it into an energy type weapon as well, but this means that energy ammo weighs 90% less. We are going to be using power armor for this build, so in power armor, heavy guns gain excellent accuracy and ignore 45% armor, so that is why we are in power armor. We have stabilized, and it's a heavy weapon, and it's a shotgun at the same exact time. If you weren't in power armor, I would suggest maybe a anti-armor legendary effect, but I do enjoy the quad. Then, of course, we just have Scrapper just to get a little bit more when we scrap weapons and armor. Then we have Gunsmith just so our gun breaks slower. But it's, again, one of those things that we just put points in there just to have points in there for that. Then in Agility, we have Action Boy. And whether it's Action Boy, Action Girl, I like to have this because our action points regenerate 45% faster. And with this, we're not going to be in VAT, so we're not really going to be using a lot of AP except for running. But we did maximize our adrenaline out so we can gain 10% per kill. That goes up to 60%. That is 60% extra damage when you kill 6 enemies for 30 seconds, and every time you kill, the duration refreshes. And we like to carry around a lot of meat, especially because it's meat week going on right now, at least at this time of recording. So food and drinks weight are reduced by 90%. And because we're not going to be in VATS a lot, I really like to put on dodging. Now, you avoid 30% of incoming damage at the cost of 30 action points per hit, but the fact that we're not in VATS, that we're not going to need it, so this is a great card to put on there, in my personal opinion, especially for a full health or a low health. Then we have Class Freak and Starch Genes because we are mutated and you need those. Now, remember, this is a heavy and a shotgun, so heavy guns gain a 12% stagger chance and a 12% chance to cripple a limb. Then we also put in Bloody Mess maxed out. 15% bonus damage means enemies may explode in a gory red pace. And of course, we just maximize Ricochet just to gain an 18% chance to deflect back some enemies' ranged damage. Now, of course, this is not PvP, but to me, this is just a great build. It's a lot of fun. Now, you're not going to be one-shotting enemies out there in the Wasteland, but it's absolutely so much fun to use, and I'm going to show you why. Now, this is a great role for a Pepper Shaker, a quad, faster fire rate, faster reload. So the quad means our capacity on our magazine is going to be 4 times the original amount. So instead of 50, it is up to 200. We are using the hex barrel, which gives us more barrels to shoot with. And we're also using the laser magazine. That way we have that extra energy damage on top of the normal ballistic damage. And now, as you can see right here, going against the behemoth, it is absolutely wonderful to be able to cripple the legs, the arms, the head, or anything like that. But as you can see right here, we are putting out some damage even without having that adrenaline going. And now that's the beauty of the Pepper Shaker. You can either use it as a support weapon or as a damage dealing weapon. One thing I like to do is go into a fight with the Scorch Beast with that one gun army on, because that is going to help you cripple the wings or the legs or the arms or anything like that, as you're seeing us do on the enemies around the Wasteland if they survive long enough. But as you can see, we're bringing the Scorch Beast down to land. That way, whether we're in a fight with a Scorch Beast Queen or just a normal Scorch Beast, we can do more damage and take them out quicker on the ground. And as we start stacking up that adrenaline in West Tech, you'll see that the enemies start going out faster and faster against the level 100 super mutants. The Pepper Shaker definitely puts in some work. So if you find yourself lucky enough to earn this as an event reward from Graham's Meat Cook, you find the plan in a player vendor, or if you have a friend craft you some Pepper Shakers and you roll on them and then go earn the mods yourself, I think you should definitely try this build out. Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to check this video out, and let me know in the comment section below, have you ever tried building with the Pepper Shaker, and what are your thoughts on that? If you hadn't seen the video where we go over the ultimate guide for the Raider and Settler reputation to help you earn those mods for the Pepper Shaker, make sure to check this out right here. Thanks so much to the channel members for the continued support, and y'all have a great and wonderful day out there in the Wasteland. Peace. Love you.